Bitcoin is setting up for a move to $50,000, and I'm going to show you exactly why with some sneaky macroeconomic data points that I've been following over the past year. And we have Joe Biden potentially bullish on one of the biggest altcoins in the sector, along with RFK Jr. caught in the thirst trap on TikTok. All this and more on today's Blockchain Basement. We are the bread and butter of all the information that's been swimming across the internet for crypto news.
If you're gonna screw me, at least pull my hair.
Hell yeah. What do you got?
They could start chopping off fingers and they're like, give me your seed phrase, but I don't know it.
Over 2 years, he's made like 17K on Roblox.
What?
12.
You never listen to me, and we must be married. Yeah, well, how much are you investing? $100.
$400,000 to $600,000. The generational signals are now. Now.
You're spread so thin, that's how you get in on Snake. Snake's been my biggest winner.
Alrighty then.
Oh, goodness.
Welcome. We got a full crew here. Maybe we should change it. We got Dante here hanging out with Hannah. We got a full crew. We got all kinds of new faces here. Jeremy finally has a microphone, but you're going to make use of it. You got to get up on that thing. You're ready to talk. Oh, you turned it off?
Yeah.
Dang it.
Oh, no,
it's
on.
like training wheels.
No, I turned it back on for him.
Well, you always turn it on.
I do. Right?
What are we doing? What are we talking about here? Tell me about the Bitcoin.
Welcome to the basement. We had BJ back. He was out in, was it Nevada? Were you out in Nevada? Where were you at for NAMM?
I was in NAMM.
NAMM. Having a good time. We're going to be showing you a little bit of BJ highlights. He's been out running around the world, having fun. As you can see, we have your Sneck energy drinks on full. I've drank a few of them.
Did that come from my case?
I don't know, man. It might have.
I'm going to do the awkward. Look how framed the shot is. I look like an overweight, middle-aged woman.
Yeah. A very new age woman, though. You got the full beard going on.
Yeah. That's how it works, right?
Yeah, it is where we're moving here. So today's pretty damn fun for me in crypto. I have a lot of things coming to the forefront on macroeconomics that, in my opinion, will once again catapult Bitcoin to 50K and potentially even beyond in the next month or two. And I'm pretty excited about the overall markets. We have Bitcoin coming back, showing signs of strength, still down by 1% on the day.
56. I leave for a week and we're down to 56 from 67.
Oh, you we've gotten more reasonable. I've started heavier
Gina.
DCAs. I've started heavier DCAs because that. Now, if you look through here, the biggest disappointment of my life, XRP.
How's it a disappointment? I've literally been telling you about this for
I know.
like a year and a half.
I dumped most of them, but I still have some laying around here. I'm going to be deploying them.
I mean, you did the 23andMe, right?
23andMe?
Yeah. We find out that you're Egyptian.
Oh, no, I did not yet.
You sure? Because you're still in denial.
Okay, fine. I'm trying to accept it. I mean,
is the river in Egypt.
It feels like a stable coin.
That joke
this
is
feels like
so
a stable
old,
coin.
and
It
I'll
is.
keep doing
It's terrible. It's really awful. Cardano. Down 3%, still under 50 cents in general. Avalanche coming in, losing 5% on the week. Some of the best stuff, though, is the top gainers of the day. Pyth Network, Pith, and Chainlink. Two data oracles competing for top gainer of the day. Now, this is making me feel really great about Pith's price action. I am going to dive deep into the reasons why I hammered into Chainlink, but I want to talk about Pith a little bit here because it's a new project. It's a competitor to Chainlink, data oracle side. I do think that data oracles and just transfer data is kind of the first thing that we need to get figured out in crypto to get real adoption. Now, this chart is looking pretty damn healthy for me. If I'm looking at this from an overscope, I'm no Solana maxi or anything, but the attention coming back to Solana and, just the overall price movement of Chainlink, I think is going to be reflected in, the trickle-down effect as people look for competitors, as I am right now. This is a much smaller market cap, 670 million. Oh, yeah, you going to go take a poop?
Well, thanks for doxing.
Yeah, well, I had to dox you on that one.
I'm grabbing the mouse.
Okay, he's grabbing Meese. Well, I like Pith, and am I wrong to call it Pith? it feels a little wrong to call it Pyth. You know,
it's definitely
like,
supposed to be like Pyth.
Pyth.
and Pyth.
It's
Yeah.
definitely
I think
supposed
it's
to be Pyth.
Okay.
But you can do what you want.
I
mean,
can
it's your
meme lord them.
It's your show. You
Yeah, I
call
can
it
meme
Pyth.
lord them. It's up to me. And glad to have you on here. Aim that thing at you. So you talk pretty loud, so you're probably good to go.
Yeah, usually mics pick me
Yeah,
up. Like,
you're pretty
much right there.
So you're big into Magic the Gathering, right?
correct. Yeah.
I tried to pick up Magic the Gathering and basically just got completely obsessed with Pokemon, playing Pokemon. I have some Magic
Instead?
cards. I did. I have some Magic cards. You know what I mean? Not a bunch, but maybe you should sit down with me and actually go over how you play the game, because I am interested in playing Pokemon with my kids again. But Magic's always been intriguing.
Magic the Gathering's probably like one of the best games on earth.
Yeah.
And then the collectible market's really interesting. It was like completely free falling earlier or a few months ago.
Yeah.
I was going to say earlier this year, but that doesn't make sense in February. But it was completely free falling. A lot of people were losing sort of like confidence in the market, but it's like kind of bouncing back now. So what's interesting is that as I share an office with you guys and I hear so much about crypto bullishness and bearishness,
Yeah.
I think about the Magic the Gathering sphere the same way, because people obsess over price charts there too. So
Yeah,
yes.
I know they do. And it's collectibles. You know what I mean? I like collectibles. I've always been into those. So I wonder where my PTZs are. Let me go through these here real quick. This chaos. You're about to light them up?
Line them.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. Yeah, but there's a lot of fun price action I want to go over before we get too far into the weeds on the news. Chainlink is knocking on the door of $17 right now. Pretty nice to see. Render coming up 4%. BitCat chaotically up there. Mina, big on Mina. Let's see here. Now the biggest losers. FTT, glad to see this coming down. Jupiter on that big sell-off from the airdrop. A lot of people taking profits on airdrop and free money. Ordi's giving some back. I know there's a lot of bullishness on Ordi, but it's coming back a little bit. But really at this point in the market, this week I've been more interested in the weekly gainers and losers. And honestly, MakerDAO, to see this thing ripping the way it is, man, I've been chasing around entry points on MakerDAO. It hasn't had much pullback over the past year, really. And when I was the most bullish on it was in this $900 range. Now it's sitting at $1,000. Long term, I am bullish on MakerDAO. I feel like MakerDAO is going to be a mover, but just the absolute violent upswing that it's had, it makes me hesitate. I want to wait for better entry points. Like I got Render for $390, and now it's up to probably around like $4.50. $469. What's that?
Mhm.
What? Did someone die?
Oh,
You
it's
said, I think you
$470
said
now.
the number 69.
He did.
Is that what you laughed at? You laughed?
Yeah,
Really?
I think
It's so
instantly
immature. Unbelievable. I like that wide shot. That's kind of nice. People were saying that you broke the cameras yesterday, Hannah, with shocking the system. They thought that you tripped over the wires and knocked cameras over in the comments section yesterday. Things happen. Things happen on the basement. But just in general, I want to always kind of have a hard line to get good entry points. I got rendered about 390. Felt decent, but let's go into the charts. The rest of the news here. I got this. Hannah tagged me in this one. This is BlackRock's ETF ad on.
The audio or not?
No, we don't need it. This is their ETF ad. They're basically just posting this with a visual hologram or something like that. Kind of a cool imagery, but they're putting this up on Wall Street. And you were literally just next here. Yeah, you were literally just next to this bull, were you not?
We were on the train going to, I think the Pelicans game, I don't know. But I asked my friend, I was like, can we stop and go see the bull? And we went and took a picture with the bull. Fun fact, more people stand in line to take a picture with the
Of its
bull's
balls.
butt. And it's balls. It's like a...
Butt and
it's
balls, huh?
You hold its balls, and that's
Okay.
a good tradition or
Did you?
whatever. No, because the line was so long. There was 3 people in line for the front, and there was like a long line for the balls. I was like, okay, it was hilarious, but it was right here. And also, right when I landed in New York City, there was Grayscale ETF ads in the airport, and now there's BlackRock ETF.
Oh, now I'm looking. Oh, they're
being
projection
projected
mapping.
Yeah, they're
on Wall
projection
Street.
it.
I'm like, they are pushing it. Like,
Projection mapping.
Projection mapping.
You wanna
and
what
now,
made this
and
come
the
out?
Google ads just got approved. So this is step one, and now
Yep.
the Google ads are going to start rolling out. We're about to see a lot more. They're pushing.
Pretty cool to see. Pretty cool.
Yeah, you can welcome people who take too much LSD at Burning Man for making projection mapping a thing.
Do you think they're going to have holograms of aliens?
You're such a Fed sometimes.
I
bro.
know. Like, imagine if you just put a hologram of a gigantic spaceship above New York City and make people lose their minds.
Stop it.
You know?
Pretty dope.
That'd be fun. Just a thought that came to my mind. My mind wanders.
When I was in Istanbul last year, all the ads were crypto ads. So it's interesting that was the airport. It's interesting that Hannah saw the New York crypto ads in the airport.
Yeah, New York, Wall Street's an interesting place. I like seeing Bitcoin being advertised there because that's definitely a financial hub. This is great too. Before we get into everything else, this is breaking news. European Parliament is under siege by farmers as of right now. Anger from farmers is at a boiling point. Just a few snippets of farmers basically fighting back against being forced to stop feeding their families, stop feeding the communities, being told that there are carbon threats. And people aren't having it anymore. You got manure trucks coating police vehicles.
That is metal as fuck.
I know. This is what happens. Fuck around and find out. You know what I mean? It's like when
Gross, bro.
what? It's what happens. You know what I mean? Like if you try to get people to stop feeding their families and stop providing for the community and doing reasonable things like farming, saying that they're bad for the environment, then you're going to have pushback. This is where the shit hits the fan.
They're going to
Do you think
shit
these
on you.
billionaires are going to learn how to plant a seed? It's like, who do you think has the true power?
Oh, I know.
All right, the farmers have the true power.
That's what I love seeing about it. You know, that exercise and you can act like we can automate everything and basically make humans just this afterthought, but really, there's a lot of value to having farm fresh food. I get yelled at all the time for hunting. Yeah. And they're like the most cage-free animals in the world. They get to live all the way up to their fully, and then I have to chase them for miles.
Yeah.
To get them.
I think one of the coolest things I've seen recently, I don't know if you've seen where they do like the tomato sorters or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's basically just like high-speed cameras and then they use air jets to blow off all of them as they're flying by.
Yes.
So there's a new one. It's a machine it's going through a field that it's looking for specific like heat signatures on certain bugs. So it's an AI and it's basically has lasers. So as it's going through the field, you just see these little quick fires start that immediately go out.
What?
So as it's going, the pesticide is literally just burning every single specific type of insect.
Whoa.
That is cool.
So you can see like only
That is
take out
cool.
like Drosophila, only take out this certain type of like newt, only take out. And I was like, see, that's
reasonable.
innovation.
That's good.
Cool.
I like that
Because it's
stuff.
pesticide free,
Right.
and the crop grows better, and you're only taking out specific species.
I love that. I love that.
It's dope.
Yeah, man, farming's important. The more food that I see is just tainted with red 40 and all this garbage that they put in it. Gets aggravating to find healthy food these days. I'm trying to keep my kids reasonably healthy. Though I had a cheeseburger for lunch, I try to remain mostly healthy. So.
A cheeseburger inherently doesn't have to be unhealthy. Also, I liked how earlier you were talking about the animals he had to cut himself off to do that. He was like, they're going to live their whole natural until I blow their heads off.
Exactly. And they got a chance at getting away.
Sure.
I'm
Because
using
he has to
birdshot.
chase them.
It's not like zapping them from a spaceship with a tungsten rod. They got a chance to get out of there.
How many years behind the tech tree are they, BJ? The year to Drew.
Maybe not that far.
Oh my God. God bless. This morning, I had to feed the chickens like very early in the morning. It was very cold. Mm-hmm. The chickens eat a lot of food when it's this cold. So I got to keep it flowing. I thought they had enough yesterday.
What's the food boob call?
The food boob?
You know what I'm talking about? The food boob?
No.
Like when they eat, if you notice, like it looks like.
Oh, it's like the sack. I've had this brought up to me. I've never really paid attention to it.
Is called.
I might have to
you
do
can tell
deep
when they're
dive.
full because you can poke them because you can like feel it.
I need to investigate this.
Yes.
Maybe they have food boobs.
They've got food boobs.
Okay. Spot Bitcoin ETFs now hold 3% of the current Bitcoin supply.
Yay.
So
Not bullish.
I was telling,
This is what you guys wanted.
I know.
Centralization.
I was telling BJ, at the beginning, before we went live, that it's just very nerve wracking to wake up every morning and see swaths of 5,000 Bitcoin sent to unknown address, and then another 5,500 Bitcoin sent to Coinbase, and just a massive, massive amount of movement of Bitcoin that we've seen since the ETF's been released. Now, the grayscale dumping is mostly gone. What's this?
There's 2,000 Bitcoin. Okay, can I have it back?
Okay,
cool.
Yeah, okay. I mean, and that's
yep, here you go.
This is activity. This is network activity that we're doing right now.
Can I be gas fees in that?
Yeah, throw it to you for gas fees. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So this is the chaos that we're in right now, guys. There's billions and billions of dollars being shifted to and from in the Bitcoin ETFs, and now 3% of the supply being held. That is, and this has only been like 2 or 3 weeks. This is going to be a compounding thing. Now, hopefully they hold it and don't dump it when the banking crisis begins
you
again.
Want them to hold it so we're not beholden?
No, I didn't say it the whole time you were gone. I didn't say it the whole time you were gone. I've been trying my best.
Oh, you're good. I'm totally picking up.
Here's Joe Biden. War on crypto continues. Let's go into it here. Biden declared a federal emergency because Bitcoin is winning. We're talking about this article right now. U.S. Energy Data Agency to track crypto mining power use. I don't think this is an attack from the Bidens. I think it's just an understanding of the energy input and output.
So I would like to see the energy usage of, for example, Bitcoin mining versus that of OpenAI.
Oh my God, that's a great point.
Yeah,
it uses tons of data to run these AI systems, way more. Not to mention just moving around cash. Basically, we looked at it once in the past. We did a deep dive on the energy consumption of modern, fiat currency transfers. It is exponentially higher than Bitcoin as is already. Yeah. Then you add in AI energy consumption. I mean, it's a piece of a very big pie. But
the classic thing, it's like, so you want to blame energy consumption on Bitcoin or AI, not that they are, but and I know I go on this rant all the time, but we don't have enough jobs. Our infrastructure is falling apart. Wow. Wouldn't that be a great time to train people and set up micro solar, micro wind, micro geothermal, and make things actually decentralized and create jobs and make us not beholden to a centralized power source? But God forbid that, because that would be fucking logical.
I know.
Come on.
Period.
I don't take this as fearful towards Bitcoin at all as the headlines are. Like, I do feel like Biden, even though he's not my favorite person in the world, he did write an executive order that was largely misinterpreted about 1.5 years ago, where it clearly outlines that the U.S. government is going to be providing monetary incentives for oil and gas companies to be mining on oil mining spots and fracking locations. But on top of that, consuming methane that's coming off of landfills. There's going to be monetary incentives from the government for the Bitcoin miners to do so. This EIA survey will focus on how power demand for crypto mining is changing, as well as identifying parts of the country where mining growth is concentrated and electricity sources used for operations. Maybe this is his back-end way of going after Texas, because Texas is the main state that has been balancing their energy grid with Bitcoin mining systems.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see. The time will tell.
Again, I want to see the comparison of like what is using what percent of the power.
Yeah.
Like maybe it is like 95% where it's like, oh shit, that is very relevant. But
right.
Like I would actually love to see that if we can ever find that.
We should look that up.
Or the internet that is much smarter than us. Oh,
C90FTW.
Oh, chat. I am beholden to your greatness. I'm just going off of this. Also, I see Owen. Owen, how are you feeling?
I know Owen's sick. I thought I was going to die.
Did you get some chicken nudie soups?
Last night I thought I was going to die.
Oh, dude.
You've been sick too.
I don't know how I got back from NAMM.
Yeah.
Like, I am not kidding. I was literally bedridden, left my booth open, and I got a call from one of the floor managers. They're like, hey, this is going to sound so racist, by the way, but after being there, I now get it. They're like, there's a bunch of Chinese people at your booth trying to steal your stuff. So they literally, the mainland China manufacturers will come through the booths at the end and try to steal everyone's stuff to take it back to basically prototype it, look at it, and try to steal it.
Oh my God.
So I learned that very quickly while I was there. If they're staring, they'll stand like on the other side of the door and think they're subtle with like a camera, try to take a picture of all your stuff, and they won't come talk to you.
What the hell?
Like, anyway, so I got NAMM.
Yeah,
and
NAMM
still
is a
not
thing.
sure how I packed up, how I got out, how I got an airplane and got back. So, Owen, if you have anything even remotely like what I had,
He's not doing good. He says in the chat, not good, boys. Not good.
never get sick, and I was down for about a day and a half, which for me is being extremely sick. Like I'm usually like,
This is probably disease X.
probably got that super immune. It happened with the vid too,
Right?
I caught that when nobody was talking about
I know.
it.
And
catch
you're just
it
like,
early.
oh, that sucked, and then it's gone.
Yep.
And everyone else, and is talking headlines about it and all the data they've gotten from
Yep.
it. Yeah, it's been I
I got
sweat.
some data for you.
Oh my god! I had Biden dreams. I was completely. I was full of
So
dementia.
they were wet.
Yeah, they were wet, full of dementia. I was falling off a cliff, messing with water bubbles because I've been playing too many Zelda games. So I was like, jumping into the bubble of water and like floating into the sky slowly. It was really jacked up.
Also, I'm assuming now that I'm back, this show is immediately derailed again.
Oh yeah. I
Okay,
mean,
cool.
for the better though.
The
You know what
chaos
I mean?
is back. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to go make money and try to be cool.
We have this though. Is Biden bullish on optimism? Optimism is up.
Yep, that's definitely what I was talking about.
I think so. That's exactly how I took this. Is Biden is bullish on OP. Americans are feeling much better about the economy thanks to slowing inflation. That's not a lie. People are slightly happier that things have come down. At least gas is within $3 here in Georgia. Retail sales up strongly, but it doesn't include that. Vast majority of that is done on credit cards. That's going to crush people later on in December because they had to cover their ass during the holiday season to act like everything's okay, put everything on credit cards and then figure it out later. Now, consumer sentiment surging. I don't think so. I don't think that's true. And U.S. consumer confidence rising. The consumer confidence thing, I really, it depends on the demographic. Like in my area, there are still budding retail stores. There's still people spending money. But the problem is vast majority of that consumer action has been done with credit cards as debt has continued to parabolically increase, as we've shown on the show, through the process. So, I just...
What about people not paying their mortgages and not paying their student loan debt?
Yeah. I mean, that feels great, man. It feels great. I think he just...
Should have listened to us.
I don't know if optimism is up on the day, though. I think I got to fact
But
check
Biden
him on
said
that.
it is.
Well,
I
hold
think
on.
most Americans,
No.
by and large, are feeling good about the direction the economy is moving, with the big problem being the prices of things aren't going down. That's more of a corporate price gouging issue than an inflation issue, though.
There is a balance.
So I think, but for corporate price gouging, Americans are feeling good about the economy. Interest rates are low. I mean, maybe don't take it from me because I have that single-digit credit score, but
Interest rates aren't low, but there is something true to what you're saying here is that they're returning back to their low levels.
they're going in the direction that people
Right.
are comfortable with. Plus, 0% interest rates were like kind of bad for the economy.
That shouldn't have happened.
horrible.
That shouldn't have happened. And there's
Right.
major problems with
Well,
having...
that plus fractional reserve banking of zero.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Those two things combined created why we've so many gold bugs, so many Bitcoin maxis, because they see those problems. OP is down on the month, though. Joe, I don't know. Maybe maybe this is a good entry
So I'm
point
fat
here.
fingering like another.
Dude, you're delusional. We got the Biden thoughts in our minds.
They want my butt.
Yeah. OP not looking like a
That's
bad
good.
spot here. This is the yearly, and looking at this graph, it did launch very high. It launched at 270. Coming back down to its original launch point, I'm feeling pretty damn good about that. As far as a DCA, adding this to my DCA process here. So yeah, I'm going to take Joe's advice on that, man. Very bullish on OP. Let's see here. What else do I got? I got a lot of stuff here. I don't even want to deal with this. This is ridiculous. I got too many news things to go through. This is important. Michael Yon. Who knows? Do you guys know Michael Yon? He's an amazing correspondent that's been covering Panama, the Darien Gap, and a lot of movements.
Is he related to Drax?
to Drax?
Yeah.
Who's Drax?
From Guardians of the Galaxy?
I mean, does he look like him?
Yeah, he looks just like him. He's a big, sort of portly guy, kind
He
of
totally
bald.
looks like Drax.
Dude, this guy is legit. He is.
Yeah, it looks like he could break me in half by looking at me.
I reached out to him, see if we could talk about this with him on the show. I'm very hopeful to do so. I'm a huge fan of Michael
Is
Yawn's
Coinbase
work.
becoming the evil one? Remember all these crazy plots that I've been saying
I
about
know.
Coinbase and shit that are like slowly becoming true?
I know.
Oh man, all my stuff's on Coinbase. I shouldn't have Coinbase.
Not your keys, not your coins.
Michael is calling out things that you shouldn't call out, and very bannable things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this might be connected to him speaking out against the war machine that is, working in the background. So, if you make sure to follow Michael, he's got some great alpha on what's coming for America. Very intelligent correspondent. So hopeful to get him on the show and talk about that situation. We had someone moved 35,000 Bitcoin worth $1.5 billion.
Or one pizza in 2009.
True.
Yep.
For $3.21. That's insane. Just to highlight that. And now, there was some fat fingers on high transaction processes, but they actually were returned by the miners. This is just more of the wonderful action of Bitcoin, man, being cheaper and smoother of a transaction of value. That's the whole reason it's there. So this guy, since he meme lorded Janet Yellen, the buy Bitcoin sign guy received 7 Bitcoin in donations over 8 days following his photobomb of Janet Yellen. Turns out it pays to become a Bitcoin meme. This is the sign everyone, I'm sure, remembers. Let's see if it's in the... Oh, God. Watch out for all these.
Yep, no, it's there.
Look at this. There's so many of these scams.
Yeah, it's obvious.
Dude.
If you fall for that,
Don't
it's called
click
Darwinism. Like,
Please, for the love of God.
yeah, it's
Don't
good.
do it.
We're past this. Our chat is larger IQ than this.
She's getting paid 16 ETH weekly?
By who?
No. This is Jeremy. He's all
Jeremy was
excited.
about to go buy a fucking Janet Yellen wig and go to town. Like, look at him. He's like, I could do this.
Oh, my God.
You can pull off Yellen.
Dude, you should go meme Lord Yellen. They would let you in.
She looks so sweet and innocent, but that's how most psychopaths work.
I mean, she looks like Miss Toadstool, honestly.
Yeah, dude. I bet she makes a delicious cream pie.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I need to move the hell on from this story now. Okay.
Nobody trusts you.
Oh my God. Whoa. It's really good to have you back, BJ.
Is it?
It's really great. Yeah.
Is it?
It's really great.
So sorry, y'all.
No,
I don't feel good. I am pure chaos.
Yeah.
It is.
It's the way she goes. We should try to get this bounty from the Pentagon, though. Pentagon is going to pay out
there's a bounty?
$24,000 in bounties for proof of biased AI. Okay? Let's read
That's
into
not
this.
a lot of money for doing that.
Why? I mean, I have tons of.
That's less than I make in a month on a meme coin.
I know, but it gives us so many red flags. Like, it won't even make a picture of Xi Jinping. It won't do anything that's
Oh, well,
China
that would have just
related.
got us 24K?
We could
do
print
it.
money
Let's
with
do it
this.
live.
We could
Okay,
print.
I'm in.
Recently launched a bounty program aimed at finding real-world applicable examples of legal bias in artificial intelligence models. Okay, participants will be tasked with attempting to solicit clear examples of bias from a large language model, according to a video linked in the Bias Bounties info page. Model being tested is Meta's open source Llama. So it looks like we got
Oh,
a
Lord.
yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, wait, what are they actually? It's like
Meta's
that classic
llama?
thing where it's like, oh, everybody show a picture of you from 10 years ago versus now. So you're training stuff. So it's like,
Oh my God.
oh, we're showing incongruencies and biases, but what are you actually training it to do?
That is kind of weird. And I haven't heard of Llama before.
No, me either. That's why I'm like, what?
You should look up and see what it is. Llama-2 70B is what it is.
Wasn't that C-3PO's cousin when he was in trade school? Or some shit?
It just straight up looks like Llama to Meta is Grok to X.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
same. Like it's just ChatGPT type. But remember Maxine Waters, like last week when Maxine Waters was talking about crypto and
Yeah.
DeFi. She wasn't
Yeah.
talking about AI.
No.
But she was looking through Meta's like all the files that they're working on right now.
Okay. I might want to have to try and crack this thing though.
That's scary.
I probably won't make anything that's negative towards China. I can imagine that. China. That's the thing that got me slapped across the face many times on Midjourney, and I think it was Dolly is what I use as well. So a few different ones. But I'll take a stab at this, see if I can get some DCA money. Why not? That'd be interesting to see if it's actually not bias. That would be interesting to see. But maybe they're just aggregating everyone's data to see who is red and blue, potentially. We don't know. This is Fed removing the line, the U.S. banking system is sound and resilient. From today's speech, this was yesterday, as New York Community Bank Corp stock fell 40%. Now, as of today, it's fallen another 5%, down 45% overall. And I would say that the Federal Reserve is hosed. They are out of bandwidth to raise or hold rates even at the rates that they are right now. And this is the catalyst that pushes Jerome Powell into the situation he doesn't want to go, which is back to quantitative easing, pissing off all the gold maxis, all the Bitcoin maxis, to the point of creating a situation where people flee to sovereign value, which is Bitcoin, which is gold, which is hard iron goods. And here we go. Here's another reason for this system breaking. Another sign of commercial real estate crisis. Xerox building in Washington, D.C. sold for $25 million.
I don't know. It's like I've been calling this out for like 2 months.
I know we have, but I got to reiterate. It's still
happening.
I'm
just saying.
I know.
This channel's great.
We're damn good at this, right?
We're decent.
We're pretty decent. Last purchase for $145 million a decade ago, and now worth $25 million. And compounded with that, the immense amount of inflation on the dollar. In the meantime, this is a devastating blow to commercial real estate. We've seen many, many large buildings, primarily in San Francisco, Seattle, Washington, D.C., and now, basically it's unraveling to the point where the feds have no choice but to release the pressure of interest
you mean
rates.
a bunch of buildings and areas that are probably going to be bought up from those companies that then turn them into housing for their employees?
Yes. And then you can live above the place you work,
It's kind of like they planned that.
Yeah. And so you can just stay inside, and then they can
Destroy
weld the doors.
value and buy it.
Be like China and weld the doors closed when they have their next flu season. It's going to be great.
I mean, commercial real estate was sort of doomed. You don't really have to imagine an outside actor, right, to imagine the fall of commercial real estate with the improvements in basically working from home and stuff like that. Like, isn't commercial real like outside of malicious actors, right? Which is what we just implied.
Yeah.
I think commercial real estate would fail anyway.
The maliciousness is over leveraging our banking sector on the hopes and dreams of those ridiculously high valuations. That is a maliciousness, not necessarily the overall design. It's overextending our monetary system to the point where it has to break because they're over leveraged debt. Sure. And, that's the problem with it. But, last year, March, we saw the beginning of the banking crisis. Now, as I've talked about, the banking term funding program is coming to an end on March 11th. Coming right up, what is it? Is it almost February?
February 1st.
It's February 1st today.
Wake up. It's the first of
Oh
the
my
month.
God. Okay.
Rent is due.
Oh, this is coming quick. This is coming quick, you
Cash your
guys.
check and come on.
Bone Thugs. Shout out to Bone Thugs. I actually know that whole album somehow.
Really?
Yeah, I do. My brother used to listen to it just nonstop. So love that album.
They got hired to come to my college, and it was hilarious.
Really?
Yeah, because my school was in the middle of nowhere, Tennessee. I think we were in the meth capital of the United States, in Franklin County, Tennessee.
Nice.
Oh my God. No way. That's where you're from?
No, that's where Swanee is.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's halfway between Nashville and Chattanooga. But yeah, they had Bone Thugs come, and every meth head from all around came to break into the gym to come see this show.
Really?
It was a riot.
Dude.
Because it's Bone Thugs is where are we?
Yeah, the Bone Thugs are
in the middle
lit,
of
dude.
nowhere.
Shout out to Bone Thugs, man.
Yeah.
Now, Federal Reserve Wednesday said that the funding lifeline created for banks last year after the collapse of Silicon Valley threatened to spark a wider financial crisis, which would close as scheduled in March. The sunsetting on the program has been signaled by the Fed officials as fear in the banking system abated. BTFP is really designed in that emergency situation. Michael Barr is noting here, and I've been screaming that from the top of the rooftops. It's for absolute emergencies. We've been relying on it to hold the facade up over the past year, and it's coming to an end. And then the feds will be forced to release and go back to zero rates. Not zero, but the bullishness in this is that if things play out historically similar to the past, we will have a breadth in the markets where basically we'll have a year or two of low home interest rates that we can take our crypto profits, move it into property once again, and experience those gains as well when the tightening comes back. Because in the 70s to 80s, it went down, little break, you have a moment of return back to those low rates, and then a jackknife upwards. So, I do see this kind of playing out the same way. History, it's not always exactly the same, but it does rhyme. So definitely watching that. Here's a few more banks that are going under. We got, obviously, this is NYCB, Western Alliance Bank Corp getting clubbed today. This is another one to watch. We have shares of Zion's Bank Corp, Comerica, and Webster Financial tumbling, along with Citizens Financial, Regions Financial, South State Prosperity Bank shares.
Wait, Regions?
Schwab, yes, Regions. PacWest.
God, I wish I didn't delete my fucking post when I tried to get money out of Regions Bank like a month ago.
Oh, yeah.
And like I just couldn't.
You should. Why did you delete it?
Because people got on me. And
they got on you?
They're like, you meanie. And I was like, okay.
They said you were a meanie?
Yeah.
Who says you're a meanie?
They called me mean.
That's really
Who?
rude.
I don't know.
No, when I go to, bro, I opened a new checking account. This was like 2 years ago when I was a student at Chase Bank, because they said that if you open a new checking account within this period, you get like $200. Okay, I was like, sure. They didn't give me the $200.
Of course they did.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go up there and talk to him. And I like went up there to talk to him, and there's only 2 people there, and they said you had to like make an appointment and come back or something. Like they would not talk to me, would not resolve the situation. I was like, for $200, this is crazy. My first resort is Twitter. I'm like, at Chase Bank, at Chase customer support, like get it together. Where's my $200? Like, if you drill their customer support, then that's an issue that they now have to address.
You know what I like doing? I like going into banks and making them give me all of their silver dollars. And then it's sitting there and waiting for like an hour or 2, sometimes 3. You have to like come back and get it because they have to go get them. And it's just the hilarity of them not having the cash on hand. I was always trying to get silver out of the 50-cent pieces.
Right.
Never worked. You know what I mean? I never got one, but it's the thought that counts.
You know what I like doing? Sometimes banks have this big like bowl of maybe like dum-dums or lollipop. I like eating those.
You get a little bit off the top.
Yeah.
Right.
said.
You got to take back the power.
Right.
You know, I like that. That's an alpha move.
Oh, good.
I like that.
I've been doing it since I was a little kid.
Damn. Long-term gangsters.
Nice. I like this. Yeah. All right. You should come on the show more often, Jeremy. Unbelievable. We just needed more mics. Now we have the mics. Now, oh gosh, we need even more. We need to get more mics. I don't know.
Say something.
We can't hear him.
I don't know how many people we really need in here.
I know. It gets a little chaotic when like everyone's like, But here's the moral of the story. The market is pricing in the end of BTFP and all the chaos that will ensue from that afterwards. It's going to be great. As the risk of perception has spread to the whole sector, regional bank shares are puking hard today. Now, here's a quick throwback to me last year. Bitcoin is up 40% since the March 23 banking crisis. Fed plugged the wound in a short-term solution with BTFP. Now China bank runs are getting ready to kick off with Evergrande right here. And I was talking about $32,000 coming in for Bitcoin as we were sitting right around 27. Now, if you go on to what actually happened, this is that moment where I posted this. And now, here's what I did. I took the information about...
Wait, do you need the wheelbarrow?
The wheelbarrow?
You had to move around those giant Giga Chad balls of yours?
I guess so.
Whoa.
I did. This was a ballsy move.
What
I did
I
here.
know.
So I saw.
I know.
If you remember, I tethered up. I got out of the markets completely right here at around $30,500. I waited for the crash down. I was just basically looking for a double bottom situation out of Bitcoin. And if you look at this, God, this thing's acting kind of crazy. So I'll move this. We had the double bottom, which was what I was looking at here. Then you have the Evergrande release of insolvency within it. And I hammered into, instead of Bitcoin and Ethereum, which were what I was holding through the bear market, watching all the altcoins get crushed, I hammered into Chainlink primarily first. I'm still mostly Giga Chad bullish on Chainlink, and I did move into that first. Now, since then, it's actually gone pretty darn well. We'll look at Chainlink right here. this is that moment, that same day that I just showed you on the Bitcoin price. This is where I hammered into my Chainlink position. It was at $5.80. Now where it sits, we are we're coiling up for another sick move to the upside. We are currently sitting at $16.80. Now, it is my opinion that if we break beyond this 1760 level, we are going to be visiting $20 in the short term.
What's the Bollinger Band thing?
The Bollinger Band is basically
similar to that, or
no. Well, you're looking at the moving average, and then this is just my range that I'm looking at.
what is this like typical coiling that they call? Besides like consolidation,
it is the Bollinger Band.
Okay.
Yeah, but really, I don't like to have the Bollinger Bands on or like too many indicators because I'm very hillbilly-ish, very basic TA.
Yeah.
And seeing it basically just build up strength and range in here is making me feel good for the next move to the upside. And it does look like it's knocking on that door right now.
I mean, you have we'll say three like pretty good bottom support line checks.
And right here was the
you definitely
grayscale.
have an obvious ceiling.
Yeah, this is the grayscale nasty dump that we woke. This is right after the ETFs went live.
Yeah.
And a massive amount of grayscale sell-offs happened. Now the grayscale dumps have diminished and the actual net positive for the ETFs is starting to become real. And things are starting to look a lot more bullish. And honestly, I think we're right at the precipice. I would not be surprised if we'll be visiting $20 Chainlink next week. I know this is crazy to say, but seeing it coil up like this, build this level of support, I feel like it's coming. So I just had to holler on that and let you guys know how I've been trading, insulated in Bitcoin all the way to here, then took everything off to Tether and then hammered to Chainlink right here. Now we're at the same moment here. And if you notice, so I was using Evergrande, debuting their concerns within their banking system from their real estate problems. Now, this week, as everyone remembers, on Monday, more Evergrande problems have been finalized and a full liquidation is underway. And I do expect that compounded with more U.S. banking failures, in essence, a repeat of last year at hyperspeed. I think that we're on for a move up in the risk assets and crypto. That is my personal belief. Yada, 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 but not financial advice. You know what I mean? As per updated plan, the current Celsius CEO, Chris Ferraro, what a name. Ferraro.
Well, it's 2 R's, so Ferraro.
Ferraro. Okay, I like that. Thank you for you're keeping me honest, Jeremy. You know what I mean?
Just roll your R.
Yeah, you're like a live fact checker. You and BJ, unstoppable. You know, you guys keep me online. We'll get $1 million bonus for distributing 26% of in-kind crypto to Celsius victims, and then 4 million more paid in the next 5 years or 4 years.
Even though there's some people who lost like
Right.
2 million on their own.
They still have mine. They still have like a half or a quarter of an Ethereum of mine. I completely forgot about it.
Well,
I don't know if I'll ever see it again.
Right. Completely forgot about it.
I
It's
did.
going to Chris.
It is a, yeah, I know, right? This is man, it's pretty aggravating to see people that obviously were over leveraging themselves and knew that there was a problem on the books internally continue to get $1 million bonuses as basic retail stay in litigation. You know, it's rules for thee, not for me, apparently for these upper echelon. As we all know, aggravating as it is, it's the reality of the situation. Now, Robert F. Kennedy caught up in a controversy. Whoa!
Nice.
We have Kennedy TikTok commented on a thirst trap video back in 2022. TikTok influencer showing off, and comment was made September 16th. Now, this is an update from RFK himself. Do people really think that I was TikToking in 2022?
Bro, okay, hold on. I saw this last night.
Yeah.
And somebody was like, I was laughing at it. It was funny. But there was somebody in the replies that was like, they said, do you guys really think JFK was on TikTok in 2022? Like, they were like, this was somebody from his, RFK.
JFK's very dead.
Not
Yeah, JFK got dusted by the CIA.
Yeah.
Not the same. Not
Yeah.
the same.
Not all white people look the same, Hannah.
But somebody in the replies, like pretty far up, said this. They said, do you guys really think that was him? That wasn't him. That was somebody on his team. He literally just saw that comment and was like, okay, that's what we're going to run with that. That wasn't me. He tweeted, do you guys really think I was on TikTok in 2022?
Yeah, the comment appears on his account because the account was previously owned by one of the campaign's young social media managers.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
okay,
you have things happen when you take over accounts.
As long as there have been thirst traps, there have been men who have tried to come up with lies to say that they are not the ones that commented on the first.
Ding ding ding
thirst
ding
trap.
ding.
is
This
nothing
sounds
new.
like his wife caught him, and he said, "Do you really
nothing
think
new.
I was on TikTok
He
in
wrote
2022?"
"wow" with 2 emojis. Do you think a 60-year-old fucking Giga Chad?
with like hearts.
He's
Giga
so
Chad
caught,
is not
bruh.
using emojis.
He's so
You know the
caught.
quickest turn off when you're hitting on a chick? Use emojis, unless it's the eggplant. That one always
That's
works.
a good point.
That one definitely works.
That's a good point.
yeah, every time.
Sometimes
Oh,
the
man.
winking cat is good too. Just
The
so
winking
you
Okay,
cat.
guys are
yeah,
aware.
that's pretty stonks.
I always
That
see
one's-
the eggplant. They always put the eggplant up for some reason. I don't
Maybe
get
that's
it.
for you, Drew. I don't
Yeah.
get eggplant. I get the shrimp emoji a lot.
Same.
Yeah.
So, well,
Or the half-eaten Twinkie with the tears afterwards.
What is that?
I don't know. I guess that's special for me.
one of my darker conspiracies is probably going to come true this weekend. The U.S. is going to hit Iran. This is something I wanted to bring up, is that Iran actually exchanged heavy gunfire with the Taliban on the Afghan border, escalating tensions over water rights. This was actually May 27th.
Dude,
of
what are they on
2023.
Arrakis?
What? What'd you say?
The planet in
From
Dune.
Dune, guys. Come on.
Having water wars.
Wait,
I
have-
get
Have
ya.
you seen Dune? I've never seen
I'd
it.
love to do
No,
Dune.
I've read the fucking books.
Yeah, he gets pretty salty about it.
I'm
You know?
sorry. That
So
was
you
sad.
haven't seen
Yeah,
the movie.
you've been Jason Momoa, though.
Which one?
Yeah.
The
Jason
ones with
Momoa. Zendaya.
Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, not the ones with the guy from Sex and the City from back in the day.
No, those were cool movies,
Oh,
but we're
no,
talking
they
about the
weren't.
new Dunes.
What
Now-
drugs are you on?
Am
What do
I
you
crazy for
mean?
thinking this? What if Biden left the Taliban that $82 billion worth of military equipment to use against Iran a year later?
We've literally talked about.
I know, but
this.
it's coming true now,
No
BJ.
shit.
Okay, I have to reiterate.
Wow, it's like they've done this multiple times before.
Yeah.
After the Gulf War, we left weapons.
How
Oh,
Machiavellian,
what
though.
happened?
How Machiavellian of it. Incredible, you know?
Like it's the same reason why, like when people are talking about pundits talking about war and shit, and they'll bring in like Nancy Pelosi, and they'll be like, anybody telling you just that we should not be going to war right now, or they're just evil Democrats, and it's like, how much Raytheon stock do you own?
right.
Like,
Right.
really, bitch? Fucking old
Yeah,
hag.
dude. This might be.
Nancy
it
Pelosi,
is.
you may have invented the blowjob, but we see through your bullshit.
Oh my
okay,
God.
thank you.
Wasn't that Ronald Reagan's wife? I get these.
Supposedly.
I get these emojis a lot. What does that mean?
I
So
don't know.
Okay,
It's a
great.
camcorder and then blackface. That's what that is.
No, that's the moon.
Okay, let me see.
That is not the moon.
It's literally the moon.
No,
There's
It is
two
the
moons.
moon.
Is the moon hollow?
the moon is blackface. That is fucked
He's
up.
like
It's not
blue,
black.
bro.
The
Show
emoji
him the
is the
picture.
moon. Here you go.
oh my God.
Is that the moon or is that just like?
What are we doing? Is he confirming?
Okay, so what? Camera and
That is not the moon.
And so I'm wondering why I get that sent to me a lot. That those two.
Why
emojis.
would you get those emojis?
This is insane. We've really gone off track.
Oh, my
Yeah.
bad. Let's go back to the
Yeah,
show.
let's,
then.
let's go back to the show here.
I have no clue what that means.
We got this. This made me smile this morning. TJ tagged it. Hard times create airdrops. Airdrops create good times. Good times create Ponzi's. And Ponzi's create hard times.
The never-ending cycle.
The never-ending cycle of crypto in a realm. Don't worry. The Jupiter money is going to come back. I think the sell-off on Jupiter's just initial airdrop. Profit takers.
I saw that too. That's so good.
What the you read Dune but watched Sex and the
Oh my
City?
God.
I had an older sister. Okay.
Jesus. Well, don't create hard times for yourself, you guys. Make sure to do your taxes. Just a reminder, if you need tax help, if you are in crypto and you need some direction, we have a great partner of the channel, Decrypted Tax, with the link in the description. Click on the link. Make sure that you are covering your ass for Uncle Joe so he doesn't take another 30% on top when the dust settles.
Also, remember you can add Zelensky as a dependent.
We could.
You can.
And I've been asking for a refund ever since the Taliban took that money, and all those that military equipment.
Yeah.
They owe me money now,
We did pay for it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I'm entitled to that. Pendle, very bullish on Pendle still. We're talking DeFi, Moki, DeFi_Moki. 101 reasons to be bullish on Pendle. It's got a V3 enabling margin trading and larger swaps with lower slippage. Eigenlayer airdrop, which will reward the Kelp DAO, EtherFi, and Swell Network. The EtherFi is the other staking platform I was covering. And also Kelp. I need to use Kepler for my TIA staking. Still need to get that set up, but I do have some TIA tokens ready to go for it. We have ETH ETF being filed by BlackRock in August, with Pendle being the best place to earn 30% fixed yield on. Real world asset season with Larry Fink is focusing on asset tokenization. Within this realm, I think chaotically, you're going to have Chainlink, obviously, Avalanche, but Cardano. I think Cardano is going to be a big player in RWAs. I think that Cardano is going to build up on real world assets.
Trying to make me hard?
I'm trying to make you hard.
Say it one more time.
Cardano.
So what makes Pendle not a meme coin?
We were talking about Cardano.
Pendle is a DeFi staking platform, and really, why it's not a meme coin. It's got a lot of total value locked. It's got a lot of actual network activity. Meme coins are, kind of come and go type situations, unless they're like a Biden token or a Trump token. Those have ongoing narratives. You know what I mean?
What about Dinger? Because I was doing good. I was really involved with Dinger a while back, and everyone was saying it was a meme coin, even though they were #1 trending on Twitter when I was involved.
Bro, we could get all of the baseball bros in on Dinger.
Dinger. Easy. Okay. Maybe we need. Is that going to be the baseball meme coin play?
It should be. Dinger's only.
What was that one that you bought, that meme coin that you made a bunch of money on, that Let's Go Brandon guy was sponsored by?
Oh, Baby Doge.
Baby Doge. All it takes is one of those moments for a meme coin to rip. Yeah. You know what I mean? Meme coins, you're trading on narratives. You're trading on cult classics. You're trading on narratives in that regard.
You're trading on hats.
I'm trading on hats, with bags. Dog with hat just will not die.
It's down a lot at the moment, but it does like $150 million swings.
Yeah.
And it will swing down and then swing back up. It's like,
do we have enough time to go into Dex? It's 2:58. We can't.
Yeah. Well, we have a more important article we need to show.
Yes, we do. Birds are not real. And here's proof. Scientists in New Mexico are giving dead birds new life with an unconventional approach to wildlife research, converting dead birds into drones.
Oh, good.
So it's verified. Birds are not real. They are dead robot amorphous problems. And this makes me very uncomfortable.
How much are they just using the feathers, though?
Yeah, it looks like it's mostly robots there. Look at that. You got the little robot on.
Yeah, like
there.
the fuselage. Like, I didn't know if they just cord them out.
Yeah. I don't like it. Where it's not even going to be like pigeons or cameras anymore. It's going to be like they're drones. They could blow you up.
Mosquitoes?
They're not spying on you.
Think about drone mosquitoes, Hannah.
Hell no, bro. Oh my God. You already could. With those little bug cameras, you could easily...
they could spy on you anywhere.
Yeah.
And inject you.
Yeah.
Anything.
And blow you up.
Yep. And just explode.
Boom.
Here's NAMM 2024 highlights. Let's see what was covered at NAMM. Base Gear Day 2. We got Dingwall guitars.
Dude, those are sick. The multi-scale.
You like them?
I had a blast. I actually might be picking up one of those combustion models.
These are pretty interesting.
They're
here.
only $2,500.
LEH guitars.
Didn't find those.
Couldn't find them. They look really nice graphics on them.
Pretty.
Steve Lawson.
That's not graphics. Go back up.
What's that?
Yeah, it's not
That's
graphics.
wood that's stained.
Mm-hmm.
What?
That's swamp ash.
No.
Yeah. I had a Federa like that.
That looks beautiful.
That is a absolutely beautiful piece of wood.
Steve Lawson rocking out. Luckily, spent time with the effervescent, imitable Steve Lawson. What a bunch of words. Trickfish amplification, Michael Tobias design, scrolling, Ernie Ball, Music Man. Man, these things just do not go away. These are classics. They're thick. They're thick.
I've got two.
Marley bass guitars. We got EBS. Ash Down, a bunch of different brands here. Opeg.
Right.
We're going through AT Zeller, the cello. And then,
whoa!
Wow.
What the hell? This is beautiful to see. BJ got a little write-up.
I did.
Here in the No Trouble magazine, online magazine, talking about NAMM. Pretty cool to see. All the way in the back hall, D, we found BJ. BJ Ogden. Showing off his cool little invention.
They doxed the fuck out of me.
Called Thumbfin. It's a thumb rest that sticks on with 2 suction cups, making it adjustable, universal, and importantly, a non-destructive option for anchoring your thumb. Although I was a little skeptical at first, The thumb fin sticks quite strongly, and I feel secure anchoring my thumb to play. It also has an ergonomic feel. They're available now through Thumbfin website for $20.
That's amazing.
Scroll up so you can see the
What a
thumb
beautiful-
fin like on the guitar.
Yeah, it's pretty epic.
so that
dude.
we see
Yeah,
that right there.
There's a couple like different ones.
Yeah.
But
Here
if you
we
go to
go.
my Twitter, I've got some funny photos on there.
Oh, I'll go to your Twitter. I'll go to
Yeah.
your Twitter.
Because there's this one guy, I'm gonna give him a shout out, James Grover, who just was like the
Fucking
wildest dude ever, who like ran up to me and he's like, "I know everybody at NAMM. Everybody knows me," and I was
This
like,
picture.
"Whatever."
Look at you.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh, King.
That picture was
I love this
ridiculous.
so much.
I may or may not have been very hungover in that photo. But he was just bringing over people. But click on this photo.
Yeah.
So this guy was like, why does he look familiar? But like, this is like the perfect product shot. And he was like, look, if you make me a signature series, I'll shill the shit out of it. But
Really?
this is Yngwie Malmsteen's, or was his bassist for a long time. And then he plays in like Dio and a bunch of other bands.
What? Dio too?
Yeah, look this up. Look up. It's Bjorn Englund.
Oh my God.
But
Bjorn
like
England.
the people who would just show up to the booth, I'm just like, what the hell?
This is pretty badass, dude.
Yeah,
Pretty
so
badass.
What is it? Yngwie Malmsteen, Riot the Scorpions. Guy was
Quite right. I opened for them a few times.
Yeah, but like super nice dude.
Very
But
cool.
I had some wild people pop up to that booth, and we were in the middle of nowhere.
Good job
Like-
getting out there. You're starting a company. It's hard.
Yeah,
you had
sometimes
to
you
put the
just
money
do
down. Yeah, you just you Nike'd it, man. You just sent it full send.
I did full send. I definitely
People
full
are
send.
asking about Pi Network before the show went live. My God, if Pi is a real thing, I'm going to be very well off. That's probably why it won't happen. Mainnet's still not live on Pi, so don't expect much out of that one. That'll just be a happy surprise if it actually does happen. But what a day. What a show. Amazing to have you. What a cast. This has been great. This has been really
Hooray.
wonderful. I'm excited about the crypto markets. Excited to see Chainlink try to make its push up to $20. I feel like it's in the works right now. We have all the makings on the macroeconomic scale for another push in the crypto markets north. Probably be looking at around 50K Bitcoin move and a $20 Chainlink. Those are what I'm targeting to be looking at by the end of this month. It's an exciting time to be in crypto. The bears are wrecked and they continue to be wrecked. What? Meanless got attacked. Oh, my God.
no.
Meanless. Ooh, wooed. Too
Oh,
hard.
yeah, he can.
He ooh-wooed.
The
There it
uwu
is.
is okay.
Look at Hannah. She's like upside down. giving it ooh-woo.
What? I thought Hannah was anti-uwu.
No, she's not anti-ooh.
Guys, make sure
For
you're following
meatless.
us on all platforms. Blockchain Basement is a part of Hit Network's Pal World server, so get involved and you can play Pal World with people like Drew and Biscuit Jesus and Hannah.
What?
What? Wait,
Tell me
since
this.
when?
Yeah.
This is a
Serious?
lie. This is a lie. This is not real. Really?
That's not real.
We could start a Pal World
Yeah,
server
we
in like
should do
1
it.
It's
second.
reality. I like that.
Hit Network Pal World server.
Yeah. But yeah, this is one of the best shows we had in a damn long time. So wonderful cast. Thank you everyone out in the chat for joining us. Meanless, I see ya. Ooh woo. Shake and Bake, Truck Dano, Just Jim, Crimson Caravan Company, Manawalk, Bob from Accounting, Nicole Ministator, Mike Bennett, Sin Diesel, Fluffy the Sheep. I'm going to be having a call with Veteran Crypto here in a moment. Pretty excited about it. See what we can work out. A little bit of assistance. He's very freedom-minded as myself. And appreciate every single one of you out in the chat right now. If you can, smash a like on your way out. Share this stream out to the interwebs. Get us shown. Get our numbers pumping, man. We're coming back, and we're here at the right times. Let's get the information out to the rest of the world so they don't get shaken out by the fear. But until next time, I bid you
Peace.
Bye,
adieu.
everybody.